everyone, welcome back to our community. I tried an Ayurvedic morning routine this week and I had a professional Ayurvedic practitioner analyze me and tell me the best routine for being my best self, and it was crazy. So let's get into it. I've dealt with anxiety for a lot of my life. I've dealt with living in chaos, and because of that, I've been trying out all of these wellness rituals, as you know, if you're already subscribed, and this felt like something that could really just optimize my life in so many different areas. So I called up my friend Claire, she's here on YouTube, and she gave me the breakdown on Ayurveda. So Ayurveda is a natural system of medicine, and it originated in India more than 3,000 years ago. So the words Ayurveda in Sanskrit, I'm pronouncing that wrong, translates to knowledge of life. So it's really supposed to optimize your life in every area. It's a form of holistic Chinese medicine. So the medical tradition states that each person's path toward optimal health is unique because each person's makeup is unique. So Claire said that the goal of Ayurveda is to create within your body and mind an optimum environment for healing to take place and to maximize your body's ability to heal itself. So the makeup of Ayurveda is 3 doshas. Stay with me because this is where I got a little confused. Just stay with me. It's vata, pitta, and kapha. So when you get your whole self analyzed by a practitioner, they're gonna tell you what you are dominant in. So vata is air. Some qualities that you might have if you are vata dominant are cold, light, dry, maybe dry skin, maybe you run really cold, flowing, mobile. So this is what I was told I was dominant in. Pitta is fire and water. So you might run really hot, dry, flowing, light, mobile, kind of similar. And then kapha, the elements are earth and water. So you might run really cold, heavy, moist, dense, gross, static. These words are kind of all mishmash, so let's keep getting into it. So I am not the expert, but I can direct you to 2 resources that really helped me understand Ayurveda, which is Sahara Rose, and then of course, Claire, her channel is Clairvoyant. So here's why I wanted to look into Ayurveda. I really wanted to optimize my digestion. Yes, I've been dealing with anxiety and all the things, but if you follow along, you also know I have dealt with IBS my entire life, and I really wanted to find a more natural way to go about healing my gut and just learning more about my body and doing what's best for me. So here's how the process went. I met with Claire, I did a Zoom call with her. She asked me thousands of questions on everything from my life, from my history, to my behaviors, to my habits, to my emotions, to what my tongue looks like. I had to go like that on camera. I had to send her pictures of my eyes and my tongue. And then she sent me an entire Google Doc with a protocol for how I could go about my best morning routine, night routine, meals, etc. So some positives are I tend to be, as a vata, highly creative, open to life, independent. And then pitta is kind of another one that I'm not as dominant in, but it's like the second highest percentage. And that shines with my ability to focus on work, to lead. So it's almost like a little bit of a personality test as well. So my current imbalance is primarily vata, even though my personality is dominant in vata. So some vata imbalances are seen through gas, IBS, bloating, anxiety, stress, and some of that pitta imbalance can come from rosacea. So that is literally me in a nutshell. So I instantly was like, okay, we're on to something. So my few intentions that she said was I need to be creating routine, focus on smaller meals more often, reduce stress through lifestyle changes, and food combining. So I wanted to practice all this with a new morning routine. She gave me a morning routine to do, and I did it for a week. So before we get into how it made me feel, let's walk through the routine. So you could do a test on a vata, pitta, kapha imbalance for yourself without even meeting with a practitioner on Sahara Rose's website, on so many different Ayurvedic websites. I did it with Sahara Rose's website. So if you have a similar imbalance to me, you can too follow this morning routine. So here's the morning routine that she told me to follow. So for the last week, I've been waking up at 7:15 a.m., which is actually kind of difficult because I got really used to waking up at 6:30 a.m. And sometimes when I sleep in extra, even though I really want to and need the sleep, clearly I need the sleep, I feel a little guilty. So that was actually oddly enough harder for me because I felt like there was more to do throughout the morning routine due to this, and I didn't know if I had enough time. So that was something that kind of made me a little weary, but woke up at 7:15 a.m. every single morning. I did my 5-minute journal and opened the blinds first thing. Then I went on to some new things, which is kind of oral hygiene. Not to say that I don't take care of my teeth, but I never oil pulled or tongue scraped before. So I would do tongue scraping, which they say to get a copper tongue scraper. That's the best one for your hormones, for your health. And then I also did oil pulling. So I ordered this Ayurvedic oil pull on Amazon, and I started doing it every single morning during this routine. But just a little spoiler alert, now I kind of do it while I'm in the shower, like kind of a habit stacking moment, because I'm not following this routine to a T anymore, but we will get into that. So I ordered this on Amazon. It's an Ayurvedic oil pull, but it's really just sesame oil. You can use your own sesame oil or coconut oil at home. You don't need to buy this one. And then she suggested that I do 20 minutes of Kundalini breath work, which we already know I absolutely love. I have to do a video on that coming up because I've been doing it every day for 2 years. So stay tuned and subscribe so you don't miss that review. So I would every single morning this week make sure to do it for 20 minutes, no less and no more. And then this was something that I implemented new to my routine. I've always done the 5-minute journal, but that's kind of the extent of my journaling practice. So this was something I absolutely loved. After I did my breath work, I was tuned in and refreshed and awake. I would journal and tap into how I felt, just like free writing. Peeling back the layer, she said, like, how do I feel right now? And I feel like this week more than ever, I was able to just truly tune in and come to some new conclusions, like, and have just clarity on how I was feeling and what I wanted out of life first thing in the morning. So I absolutely loved this. Then this was something new to my routine. The hardest part was the coffee for me. So I had to have this digestive tea before and do all of this before I ever did coffee. So it's called CCFT and it stimulates agni. I don't even really know what that means, but it was good for digestive health, so I was on board. So CCF is coriander, cumin, and fennel. So a lot of Indian spices that are great for digestive health. And it tasted honestly like an Indian tea. It was delicious. I just desperately wanted to get to my coffee, so it was a little tougher, but I definitely enjoyed it. Then around 30 minutes of Pilates or yoga. This was also difficult to just stick to such low impact every single day. I'm someone who really likes high impact sometimes. I love low impact workouts. I like to mix it up and work with my cycle. Again, I could do a whole other video on that, but I did Pilates or yoga every single day this week, and my body definitely felt really great. I felt less bloated and all of the things because I wasn't triggering my stress hormones with things like coffee and high intensity workouts first thing in the morning, but it was definitely an adjustment. All right, so let's get into things I'm gonna keep, things I'm gonna leave behind, what made me feel good, etc. So my overall conclusion was it was a really great week. I felt like I had something to hold me accountable to a morning routine. So having a specific morning routine handed to you saying this is what works best for you felt really good. I felt like I was really optimizing my morning. It's pretty similar to what I was already doing, but let's walk through the things that were maybe a little bit different. So the biggest change for me was not having coffee until after all of these things. That was so hard. Doing Pilates without coffee, I could not do. I'll be honest, right before the workout would end up having my coffee. So that was one thing that I did not pay attention to. I couldn't, I'm an addict, I'm sorry. But I made sure to have my tea before I had any coffee, and that was kind of a struggle, but it also felt like it was really great on my stomach. But let's be real, I'm probably leaving that habit behind. So something that I also really enjoyed was eliminating the high intensity workouts. I'm trying to do them just like once a week. I think I can definitely incorporate more low impact into my week, so that's something I want to take with me. It just felt more gentle and, like, again, as I said earlier, not triggering those stress hormones so early in the morning. Journaling, I freaking loved. I usually, if I'm in a freehand journal like that, I do it when I'm intuitively led to it at night, but doing it in the morning before I started my day just allowed me to move through my day with such more clarity and introspection, and I absolutely loved it. So that's something I'm gonna try my hardest to take into the future. It just set me up for the day and put me in a good mood because I felt like I was ready to take on the day and like I knew exactly what I wanted out of it. Another thing, I love that the Ayurvedic principles really focus on oral hygiene. It kind of pushed me to realize I think I take care of my teeth, but not well enough. And so these are things that, you know, I might not be like so regimented with doing it at this exact time in my routine, but I do want to oil pull more. And something I've already done since this routine is I start oil pulling while, like, you know that time before you wash up before bed, you don't want to stop watching TV yet, but you know you should get to bed. During that time is when I oil pull, or in the shower. So I've been like, anytime that I'm kind of, you know, procrastinating my washing up, or I know I'm gonna be in the shower for a while, that's no oil pull. If you are looking for any tips on how to just cultivate your own morning routine and implement new habits, go check out the rest of my videos. I have so many videos on how to wake up early to work out, morning routines, all of that stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Like this video if you want more videos like this. Comment down below one habit that you cannot live without every single morning that really just sets you up for your day. And I will see you next week. Bye.